All right, here we are, July 5th, post July 4th. Hope you had a good one if you celebrated it. We had a blast, literally. Blew up fireworks with my daughters. All of them are getting used to the fireworks finally, except our youngest. She still has to wear earmuffs, but they had a hell of a time running around, enjoying time with all their friends, neighbors, family. It was a great time. So me, I'm fulfilled. I always look forward to these holidays just to spend that quality time with the family, just to be present in the moment. There's nothing better. However, for a lot of dads, today is a day of disappointment and regret. Not because they didn't have fun last night for the holiday, it's because they had too much fun. Ate too much food, drank too much booze, and so today, they're regretting it. They're disappointed in themselves yet again because at some point they said, fuck it. This is a holiday, I'm relaxing, I'm chilling out, and so I'm gonna indulge a little bit. And that's how it typically starts. The justifications start to happen up here. And you might have went into the holiday saying, you know what, I'm gonna maintain control. I started this diet, started this workout program. That's the old me, and then you get in the moment and you forget about all that. You break discipline. And then you feel it the next day with that disappointment and the regret. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that having a drink here and there is completely wrong. Having some good food here and there is completely wrong. It's when you lose control. And that's the issue that most dads that I have conversations with when they have issues with food, when they have issues with booze, is they don't have control. And they want to talk about how they think they have control, but every time they find themselves in that type of moment, that type of opportunity, they lose that control. And so if you're listening to this and you're saying to yourself, oh shit, I'm that guy, then you got to ask yourself, when are you going to break the cycle? When are you going to actually follow through and keep your word, that word that you make with yourself, that promise? For some, they promise their wife, they promise their family that they are going to change, that they are going to get control over their food, that they are going to get control over the booze. But they continue to break those promises. So you got to ask yourself, like, when is the time going to be for you? When is it going to be time for you to step into a new role, to become a new man? And see, for me, I did enough drinking back in college and in my early 30s to last a lifetime. Trust me. I could throw them back. But now I don't even have a single drink. It's been pretty much it's been the whole year. I had a drink on New Year's, and I remember waking up on January 1st, I had one drink, and I just felt like shit. It does not serve me. It does nothing for my purpose. It doesn't help me connect better. It doesn't help me be more present. It does nothing. And so that's why I've made a decision for myself and a commitment that alcohol is no longer a part of my life. I don't need it. Same thing with food. Food, on the other hand, I mean, I'll enjoy ice cream. I'll enjoy cake. I'll enjoy desserts and tasty treats here and there, but I have full fucking control over it. I know when the line has been drawn, and it's just through years and years and years and years of repetition, of flexing discipline in certain moments when I wanted to break, but I didn't break. And it's just become a part of me. And so we fast forward to today, alcohol, it doesn't serve me at all. And so on holidays, I see it as an opportunity for me to flex my inner strength and my inner discipline to uphold that commitment, to remain in alignment with this individual that I am creating, this uncommon man that I want to be. That's how it works. To remain in alignment with that is to act in congruence with that. So I can't sit back and say, oh, it was a holiday, so I decided to break and have some drinks, and that's my justification. Fuck that. That's the problem with most of you motherfuckers, is you justify way too fucking much when you break. And it's not necessarily about perfection, but every time you fucking break, it steals away your power. It steals away that trust. that you're trying to build up with yourself. And so every time that you make a commitment and you fucking talk all this big game, like, I'm going to finally make this change, this is going to be my year, but then you break in those moments, you know what it does to you inside. And so the only fix to this is really just draw a fucking line in the sand and say enough is enough. Commit to being a certain type of individual. And to be that certain type of individual means you have to act a certain way in certain moments. Call it discipline, call it willpower, call it strength, whatever you want to call it. When you're in those moments, you need to be aware. You need to be aware when you're in those moments, and you need to see it for the opportunity it is. And I'll tell you, there's nothing better. There's nothing better. The next day, when you were fully present, you were fully connected with your family, you were in the moment, you had a hell of a time, and you didn't indulge and overeat food and drink too much alcohol, it's even that much better. And that's where that fulfillment, that's where that real happiness comes from. And if we're going to talk about food and alcohol, I mean, let's just talk about vices in general. Guys know they have these vices, and it's these vices that they turn to seek comfort, but it's these vices that actually steal the fucking comfort away. You need to see it for what it is. Because if it was actually giving you comfort, you would feel a lot better today with the decisions that you made yesterday to overeat, to drink too much booze, or do whatever else that you know is destructive to you and the man that you're trying to build. And so these vices, these comforts, that's the real addiction that we all have as men, is the addiction to comfort, to escape the moment. But when you escape the moment, that's when you disconnect. You seek comfort. Really, all you're doing is just sedating. You're stealing away your power. You're stealing away the experiences that you could have with yourself, with your family. Take a hard look at it. So these comforts, are they worth it? Are they worth you continuing to break your word and steal away that power from you? Because the way I look at it, when you remain disciplined, when you remain true to the commitments that you've made to yourself, when you stay in alignment, which requires sacrifice, it requires discomfort in those moments, that's where you unlock true comfort. Today, I'm fully fulfilled. Today, I'm happy as ever. I could have easily had drinks yesterday. I could have easily overate shit food yesterday, but I simply just chose not to. I go through the same things that you go through, the same temptations, the same cravings, the same wants. It's just I've built up a certain level of strength, willpower, that I'm able to remain disciplined in those moments. And it goes back to, the last video that I did talk about purpose. When you connect all this with a certain purpose, like the purpose that you're trying to serve and fulfill, makes it that much easier. So my man, if you're struggling with these vices, if you can't control the food, if you can't control the alcohol, maybe it's smoking, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's porn, maybe it's just straight up just destructive behavior in general that you know is fucking stealing away your power. It's as simple as making a fucking decision and then committing to a proven process, a process that we practice every single day inside the Forge Father. To build that inner strength, to build that inner confidence, to build that discipline. You just got to become that man. And it happens every single day. You have to become and be that man every single day. That's what it's about.